I used to be more of a polymer frame handgun guy, and I just didn't really understand 1911s, but over time that has changed more and more. Not only have I enjoyed shooting 1911s, become more accurate with them, but I've gained an appreciation of the craftsmanship that it takes to assemble and build a really nice 1911. Today, we're going to talk about the 2011 platform. Specifically, this is a Tisas style 2011 made out of Turkey, and it comes in at a price point that is the new entry level for this kind of market. Now, the gun everyone thinks about when they hear 2011 is probably the Staccato, specifically like a P or a C2, but the 2011 platform in general is made by a variety of manufacturers today, and it updates everything we love about the 1911 platform, that really mechanical operation, fit, and feel that everyone just loves about the older guns, but we're adding a lot of modern features that people just tend to expect from their handgun today. So for the $150 extra that you're paying for this Nightstalker version compared to the standard version, you're getting this gray Cerakote finish, you're getting these lightning cuts here in the slide, you're getting a threaded barrel, tritium front sight, which is very nice. It's got kind of an orange ring around it, so it's easy to pick up in the daytime as well. You're getting this flared mag well, but both are obviously going to be great options. My initial thoughts picking up this gun for the first time and just the build quality overall. For the price point, I think it's very good, but do set your expectations. Realize this is not a Staccato or Dan Wesson or a Wilson Combat. One of the first things that a lot of you guys will probably check when you pick it up is the slide to frame fitment. So like the Springfield Prodigy, we do have a polymer lower, and you can see that there's a little bit of play here. Now, compared to the Tisas 1911 that I had, one of the things I was really concerned about was how smooth it felt. The slide on my 1911 felt horrendous. It was extremely heavy, extremely stiff, but that slide is incredibly smooth. The trigger, also fantastic. It's not incredibly light, but it's crisp, it's predictable. Again, not as nice as a Staccato. I have a few hundred rounds on some of my friends' Staccatos, and those are just much nicer, better shooting guns. But again, for this price point, also worth mentioning, the magazines are very high quality. Anyone that has seen my PSA video can see that magazines have a lot to do with the reliability of a firearm. So if you're just looking at these and I asked you what manufacturer these were, would you be able to tell me? Because to me, they look almost the same. Now, of course, I already mentioned that the gun comes with two 17-round magazines, so obviously these are the Tisas magazines, and these 20-rounders are from Staccato. But the build and the look of the follower, how they feel when you load them, everything is just about the same. Even the machine marks on the back look the same. So I am very impressed with the quality of these magazines, and of course, you're never going to have an issue buying Staccato magazines for this gun. So I have hundreds of rounds through this gun now, but when I first got it, it was completely reliable, but the extractor was throwing brass straight at my face. Maybe 10–15% of the time. It wasn't every single round, but this did affect how I shot the gun. It could shoot extremely accurately, but as I would flinch and kind of freak out that hot brass is flying in my face, obviously I was not shooting as good. This is why you should always wear safety glasses. Definitely protect your eyes. There's really no reason not to. So I took it to my local gunsmith. He said there's a lot of tension on the extractor already, but he put even more tension on the extractor. And I don't know if it's the extractor or something else, but he mentioned how he had stoned it. I found those improvements have helped quite a bit. I've shot both 115 grain and 124 grain out of this handgun, but this is not a bash on Tisas or anything, just because I had a little bit of an extractor issue, but there's no actual reliability, stoppages, or malfunctions like that. It's just the pattern of the extraction was less than ideal. With a production line of guns on a very mechanical, old school style platform like this, that's just something that you have to accept. This is not a hand-fitted gun, so at this price point, guys, do not expect it to be completely perfect out of the box. But if this was a $2,500 Staccato or a Nighthawk or something like that, then yes, I would be a little bit more particular about that. So not a knock on Tisas at all, just something that I want to throw out there because that's my experience, so it could very well be your experience as well, and I want you to know what to expect. Right in my forehead. So extraction still not perfect. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When I shot my friend Staccato P, I fell in love with that gun. It was just an incredible shooting experience. And even with my eye astigmatism, shooting that gun with his aimpoint acro on it, it was an absolute laser, even in my hands. That gun really just worked for me. He later picked up a C2, and that gun a little bit harder to shoot just because it's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter. Despite the price, after shooting those, I knew that at some point a Staccato was going to be in my future. Then I heard Tisas was going to be bringing these to the market. This wasn't something I thought I was going to own forever or anything, but I figured it was a really good way to get my foot in the door at the platform, start stocking up on some of these magazines, and really just give Tisas another shake and see what kind of reliability and precision I could get out of this thing. Not too bad for headshots. I'll take it. I am really blown away by this gun though. It's so incredibly smooth. I didn't think it'd be 100% reliable, and I didn't expect the level of precision that I got out of this. And especially for the price point, guys, this is a very, very good value. I'm very interested to see how the 2011 market responds. I think Springfield has already been dropping the price of the Prodigy a little bit. Staccato is comparatively a more premium option. So I don't know if their firearm prices will be affected in any way, or if they would even consider trying to make an even more budget model to compete with some of the new entry-level firearms in this category. But I think it's great because it's going to give a lot more people the opportunity to get into the 2011 platform, and maybe that will lend itself to more people eventually buying nicer 2011s in the future. So very interested to see what happens. But honestly, I don't have anything really negative to say about this gun. I think it's a great gun for the price. Everyone that I've had shoot this gun has absolutely loved it. So I would definitely not sleep on getting one of these and pick one up. Now, just as a sneak peek of what's to come, we have this SP01 coming up. If there's anything you'd like to see, please leave a comment, let me know. I'll see what I can do to make it happen. If you have any questions, whether it's related to the Tisas or anything else, please leave a comment. I read all the comments and I'll do my best to answer any of your questions.